I wanted to ask you to talk a little bit about this book in general. It seems to me that this has been something like 30 years in the making or so. Is that right?
Well, if you don't count the 20 where I wasn't working on it.
Okay.
It was all written in between 1991 and 1998. Are you hearing me okay? It was during a time in my life when I was going through very deep recovery work from trauma, and discovered this isn't the point of the book, but I have to explain it to you, because there are many voices in this book, and I was diagnosed as a multiple personalities, and I had a bunch of them, and when they began sort of appearing to me in a conscious, as they became conscious as opposed to unconscious, discovered that some of them were very gifted in different ways. And so it was really me channeling them. I didn't have much to do with it. It was a long number of years where I just watched this stuff pour out on the page. And then it was just there. And then years and years later, thought, well, maybe make a book out of that, which means that a year of editing of what had happened so many years before. And I enjoyed the editing very much.
This is really just a sentence fragment,
Okay.
but this is Memories of Interactions with Jerry Garcia.
Oh boy. Oh, Jerry. He was going to play, I was working with the members of the Grateful Dead, putting together an album which never came out. And Jerry was going to play on it. So we're all waiting for Jerry to come by. He was 3 hours late, and it was foggy out. And he showed up at the studio and he said, I got lost. And I said, Jerry, you got lost a long time before the day. But he was a sweetheart. He went and he tried to play on this thing I was working on. And he did add a little bit to it. He was not comfortable, I think, with somebody so straight.
I had no idea that you had ever worked on an album. What happened to the album? Were these original compositions that you would?
One or two of them were original compositions, and others, I don't remember. But I remember Mickey Hart and all his marvelous lunacy playing the drums and saying, we can do this one, we can do that one. And then he came courting at my house, came by banging on drums, and he got my son interested in drums. He was Gabe's first teacher.
Oh, that's how
Yeah.
I don't, if people here know that Gabe tours with you, right?
He the last 10 years. Right,
okay, yeah, as your percussionist, drummer, yeah. So there you go. I did not know that.
Yeah.
All right, well, since someone asked this question, I'm going to ask one for myself. Memories of interactions, if there were any, with Leonard Cohen.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I just know these people from these different times in their lives. And there's an interesting poem in there called Dear Leonard. And it refers to him. We used to refer to him as second all on razor blades because he was, whatever drugs he did was so down. I mean, and at a show you find him sitting like this because it goes out into the room. He is forceful, charismatic figure, and he was really depressed. And so when he would sing a wash out over the audience and everybody was dragging their knuckles on the ground, he was really gifted, but man, he was really screwed up.
He got better.
He did get better.
He got better.